You would agree hip hop is the most popular genre in the world right now, right?
Yeah, because of Eminem.
I would say hip hop. When would you say hip hop became commercialized? Like the height?
Eminem.
I would say it was 50 Cent when he got Vitamin Water. I think that was the start of it. When rap was just commercialized.
No, I'm saying Eminem commercialized.
No. So you talking about? I'm talking about like commercial. You seeing commercials like Drake and the Sprite commercial. Like I think it all started with like 50 Cent and that Vitamin Water shit. Like you see, so now you have rappers all over, like people using rappers as like spokespersons or
Oh, proxy,
like
yeah.
Drake
I
with the
mean,
Raptors.
you
You
had it
know,
back in the day, but it wasn't that big. I mean, like what's name had the lugs.
yeah, but okay, you
Birdman had
talking like
lugs.
okay, Lugs. That's like directed for black people. Lugs was directed for black people.
I
Vitamin
mean,
Water was with Coca Cola for like white people wanted that shit. Like it
yeah,
became
yeah,
mainstream. Like hip hop was mainstream at like just at that moment. It didn't matter if you were a white
yeah.
rapper, like because 50 Cent got the vitamin, you know. So I think starting there, when he says that, he neglects that. Like
Yeah,
the
he
older
neglects.
rappers are the reason hip hop got to that point.
Yeah, he neglects that, and he neglects the fact that you calling them broken dusty, but a lot of these older niggas like set the trend and set some of the prices for some of these shoe companies and stuff like that. Like when Nelly dropped Air Force Ones, the price of Air Force Ones went up
Yeah.
because everybody wanted one. If you see a rapper and let's say a rapper wilds out and started buying all the Shaq shoes, Shaq is probably going to increase the price a little bit, but not that much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like with any brand, like pretty much rappers are damn near brand and endorsers.
Well,
If
just
they
look at the
endorse your
numbers.
brand, then yeah, you go up.
Didn't they say in the first day when Kanye sold the hoodies with the Gap at the Gap, he made them 15 million?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Just and like was I'm pretty sure that was when one day I thought this shit was. You know, like the
yeah,
Travis Scott got the Jordan shoes. Like these options weren't available to the older rappers. So
nah,
that's
it
what like
wasn't.
my whole thing is. I know his person. Like everyone knows his personality by now. I didn't really take it that like oh yeah he talking shit. Like that's what he do. He on Twitch. He drink. He just like go crazy.
Yeah,
So like but I understand everyone speaking up for it, and like I think it's cool and shit. But at the same time, why we all speaking up? What do everyone do when like a story come out when like a retired athlete or an old rapper, you find out they down bad and they broke? I feel like a lot of people just make jokes about it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like so everyone want to come to defense like when somebody speaks on that, but when it actually happens, where everybody then? You know?
yeah, yeah. And that's the thing. That's the thing. Like I understand. I don't. I'm not whole thing is you calling them like you saying pretty much like in their eyes like oh I'm not popping because I'm not rich or like pop or like coming out with all the jewelry and shit. But
Yeah.
like they was back in the day, they wasn't getting paid that much for fucking shows or nothing. You had people like ODB that had to make the government change who gets how can a rapper like him still be on food stamps?
Yeah, or the shit with him. I think academics too old to be thinking like that. Like, bro, just
Yeah,
because you got expensive cars and jewelry don't make you rich.
yeah.
Yeah,
A
like,
lot of that shit,
that just means you
like,
spent a lot of money on that. Like,
or you just get a lot of shit for free now.
yeah, exactly.
Like the purpose of being like now when you get like dude one of the, I forgot who said it. Dude was like, yeah, I was broke before. He said, don't try to be like me. He said, this fucking chain, a gift. This watch, a gift. He said, I didn't buy half. He said, I don't buy no jewelry, nothing like that. He said, some of the shit is just gifted to me. He said, he said, so you got a nigga. So that's why I tell people, like, don't do that shit. Be yourself because you got a nigga out here working a 9 to 5 and spend $300. I mean, $30,000 on the grill and I got it for free.
And I think what's crazy for me too, I believe they academics live in a mansion. So he live in a nice area. My thing is what really opened my eyes to shit. If you go through a really nice neighborhood, like a mansion and shit, obviously don't be ghetto and shit. They call the cops. But I mean, if you go to a nice area, look in the driveway. You see like a old Honda Accord. You see like a CRV. You'll see like Hondas. You don't see like like Range Rover, Bugatti. That's just like, bro, that don't make you rich, bro. Like I know of rich people, they don't have cable, they don't have shit in their house. They got a big ass house. They don't have shit fun to do in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like being rich don't mean you gotta have all this like flashy shit.
Cause I mean, personal story, but when I used to work at another job, we used to deliver shit.
Mm-hmm.
Reggie Williams had an apartment, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'd say the most flashy shit. I mean, of course, he's a basketball player, so he got a lot of shoes.
Yeah.
That shit and the thing that stand out was, yo, this nigga regular nigga just like us. Like, yeah, the nigga got money and shit. Played in the NBA for years, but the nigga like he had to buy his own washer and dryer. But you could tell like, yo, this nigga didn't pay for maids and nothing like that. The nigga had clothes everywhere. Nigga had linens. He was just like a regular nigga. You would have not known that he played in the NBA.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause
For that
I mean,
long.
you don't get like etiquette training when you go to NBA.
Nah.
You still the same nigga. Like,
Yeah, so like their giveaway was the nigga shoe collection. Because that shit was like that shit was like a big ass room full of
yeah.
shoes. So that's what their giveaway. But if you think, but like me, I'd be like, oh, like somebody that don't, like, I didn't know. I was like, oh shit, I know that nigga name. He looks familiar, but I don't know if he played in the NBA or not. But you have people out here that have the same shoe collection and everything, like a lot of shoes.
Yeah.
So, and people basically say, oh, the man got a lot of shoes, got a lot of money. Nah, people might work at Foot Locker. They might know somebody work at Foot Locker.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? You can't just base it off of appearance or anything like that.
Like Academics too old to be doing that. Cause like, bro, stop putting that in kids' head that that's what they gotta do to be successful. Like, nah, you ain't gotta do all that shit.
Especially when especially when, you know what I'm saying? Not to talk bad, but like you seeing like rappers dying on materialistic things every single day.
Yeah.
So
Like
it's like,
that
yo,
just
like
happened with the
you put
chain.
in, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You put in that energy into the fucking universe by saying you're not shit if you don't have these material items.
Yeah. And the shit
That's
that get me is think of somebody that, even though I don't know, I joke around as music put me to sleep, but I mean like J. Cole. J. Cole don't have nothing flashy. He nigga wear like a
no,
regular large t-shirt. Just like
yeah,
he ain't, like J. Cole does nothing, has nothing flashy about him.
yeah. But the man like Kendrick,
Yeah, Kendrick. No, yeah.
I, even what's the name? Kawhi Leonard, perfect example.
Yeah, but I mean, I still think NBA plays a little different.
Yeah, but Kawhi
NBA
Leonard, I mean,
look,
but I'm saying
yeah.
like the man, you never hear nothing about this man.
Yeah. I
I'm
just
saying,
say
but
the only reason I just quick thing I just didn't include NBA players just because like the NBA players from you know what I'm saying? Like they're not, it doesn't really matter
yeah,
if they show off a certain lifestyle. You can look up,
yeah,
oh, he signed a $40 million contract. You know, like we know that's what he signed. You know, with
yeah,
rappers, you know, a lot of them lie about how much they make. A lot of them actually
yeah,
do make it. You know what I'm saying? So they're trying to
yeah,
give you that image that, oh, I make a lot of money.